Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought we could look at all of my empties because I have accumulated a lot of stuff. This is actually an accumulation of everything since probably March. So we've got March, April, and now May accumulated of just all this stuff, or a couple weeks into May. So it's really starting to take up a lot of space, and I figured it's time to go ahead and do an empties video. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So we can go ahead and start off with like skincare essentially. So I've only got a couple of things here to show, but this one here is a cleansing towelette for your face from Blum Naturals. I'd never heard of it before, but I got it sent to me in a Yurtle package. Somebody just like kind of tossed it in. That's what the packaging looks like right here. I really liked it. It was just a cleansing cloth for your face. Can't say it did a whole lot for taking off makeup, but it smelled really good and it felt really nice going on. So if you get the opportunity to try one of these, I would definitely say give it a go. This next one was a sample of body wash that I got from Paleo Skincare, which was also something somebody threw into a Yurtle box. I've had it sitting around for a while and I finally decided to try it out. It's supposed to be like just better for you. It's not supposed to have all the toxins. It's a spearmint and tallow body wash, and the inside card here says tallow is the best, safest, and purest ingredient for your skin. It heals and supports a healthy skin environment, leaving your skin soft, supple, and nourished. This is a one-of-a-kind product made for you. So it's just supposed to do all these like good things, and it's supposed to like be healthier for you. Personally, I didn't care for it. I mean, I'm all for like trying out things that are supposed to be better for your body, but honestly, I didn't like the way it smelled. I think it kind of smelled like tea tree oil, to be honest, which I'm not really the biggest fan of that smell. I definitely don't want my whole body to smell like it. And it didn't lather, which was my biggest issue with it. And I feel like if it's not going to lather, then like I'm not getting clean. So it's kind of like, what was the point? I don't really feel like it did anything. I ended up just using my regular body wash because I put that on in my loofah and tried to wash myself, and it's like it was just not doing anything. So I wasn't a big fan of it, but if you guys have tried it, let me know in the links down below. Let me know what you think if you've tried it and you liked it. So we can move on to body sprays because I've only got 2 of those to show. This first one here is a sample size or a travel size of the 1,000 Wishes from Bath and Body Works. That's what it looks like right there. It definitely has a bit of an apple smell to it. I really like this. There's no information on the back of it for like footnotes of the smells or anything, but I really quite enjoyed it. It's definitely a nice one, and if you're looking for a new Bath and Body Works product to try, I would definitely suggest giving this one a go. The second one here is one I picked up from my local Dollar Tree last year, and I really like it. I think the brand is Intimate Tropical, and the smell is coconut hibiscus. It is just that perfect summer coconut smell. Makes you think you're going to go to the beach. I really like the way it smelled. It was fantastic. It was definitely a long-lasting kind of smell. I would spray it on in my bathroom, and I would go back to my bathroom a couple of hours later, and my bathroom would just smell like this perfume. The only downside I would say to it is that it definitely has a strong alcohol smelling base to it, so I definitely had to like spray this with the bathroom door open so like I could get some air. But once that alcohol smell dissipated, it didn't like stay really long. This was just like an awesome smell. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely be picking up some more things from the Dollar Tree to give them a go. But I know they have like a whole line of these in their Bath and Body Works section at the Dollar Tree, so I would definitely suggest giving that a go. So moving on to hair care products, I have a sample size of the Cool Way Beach Salt Spray. Now I love this beach salt spray. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but I've only ever tried one other beach salt spray, and it was from Bath and Body Works, and I honestly didn't care for it. Granted, I did not really get the concept at the time, so that could be why I didn't care for it. But this guy I really enjoyed. I kind of knew more of how to use it. The point was to get texture in your hair, more volume in your hair. Like I said, the first time I tried using a salt spray, I didn't really know what I was doing with it. But this guy smelled really good. I feel like it worked really well. This is my third sample of it, I think. I just need to break down and buy the full-size bottle. But if you're looking for a good sea salt spray, I would definitely check out one from Coolway. This next item here is my Suave Dry Shampoo. And I think I have a whole review video on this, I believe, because I got it last summer, I think, or I started using it last summer. It lasted me a really long time. I'm really not a kind of person to use dry shampoo on a regular basis. My hair kind of goes up to being like 3-day-old hair, and then I wash it. This is, 3-day-old hair right here, and I don't really feel like I need dry shampoo, but I'll definitely be washing it tonight and then just have fresh hair tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't use dry shampoo a ton. So this has definitely lasted me close to a year just because I don't use it often. But I did like the way it worked pretty well. I know that in the review that I talked about with it, I really put it through the test, which you can just go watch that review to know what I mean. But I didn't care for it originally because I really put it through the test, and it didn't hold up really well for like super dirty hair, like super greasy hair. But for, if you go on your 3rd or 4th or 5th day hair and you need to use a little bit of dry shampoo, it does do a good job for when you just need a little extra help, a little extra something. And it smells really good, and there's no white residue, so it was really easy to use and just kind of shush through your hair, and then your hair felt cleaner. I liked it. I'll probably buy it again. Next item here is a conditioner. Somehow, and I don't remember why, but I ended up buying like 3 or 4 of these shampoo and conditioner sets. I did pick these up at my local Big Lots, so they were definitely on sale. And the last time I was there, they had more of these. They still carry them. It's the Salon Selectives, and this one is Moisture Renewal. And I most recently used that up. Again, I don't remember why I ended up buying so many of these. I think I bought 2 or 3 of the sets. I'm guessing they were just on a really good deal because I've had some of these sitting around for close to a year now that I've just been working on getting through. And this one is the most recent. And it's supposed to infuse moisture and revitalize your hair. It conditioned my hair really well, and it smelled really good, but I don't know that I really noticed too much of a difference. That being said, when I was using the volumizing shampoo and conditioner from that brand, I felt like it really did a good job and I really liked it. And that might be why I went back and bought like several of them, because yeah, I've got one for like volumizing, one for moisture. I think there's like one other. I just kind of like hit them all up, and I'm getting down to like the end of it. I think I got like 1 or 2 more bottles, but I think I pretty much bought everything that brand provided. And it being at Big Lots, I think I only paid like maybe $1, $1.50 per bottle, and I was just getting the shampoo conditioner sets. So if you're looking for a new shampoo or conditioner to try out, I would definitely recommend that one. Like I said, last time I was at Big Lots, they still had them, and I bought mine over a year ago, so I'm guessing that's probably a staple product they keep around. But the volumizing one definitely works pretty well. Last thing for hair is a can of Aquanet. I love Aquanet. You guys would have just seen it in my video for setting your eyebrows with hairspray. I can link that down below if you're interested in checking it out. But Aquanet is just my go-to when it comes to hairspray. Now I know it leaves your hair crunchy. I get that. But anytime I use hairspray, which isn't often, but if I'm going to use hairspray, like, I don't want it to move. And when you use Aquanet, your hair ain't going nowhere. Now, the stuff does smell pretty bad. It smells awful. I always like to layer it with a different kind of hairspray. A lot of times I'll layer it with Aussie, or I'll layer it with like a perfume or something, because it doesn't smell very good, but it works. Like, if you don't want your hair going anywhere, it'll keep it in place. Like, all day and all night, and you'll wake up with the same hairdo. But I think it's like 88 cents or something like that, maybe $1, so it's definitely affordable. And for the price you're paying, I think it does a really good job. Granted, like I mentioned, I don't really use hairspray often, but it works when you don't want it to go anywhere. So we can go ahead and move on into makeup items. I used up another one of my e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primers. If you guys have been here on my channel for a while, you know that I love this face primer. It is a silicone face primer. I think it's about $6. I go through these things all the time, but they work really well, and it's a green color, so it does a lot to help with color correcting on your face. How well you can see in there, you can see like the leftover residue, it's green. So when you put it on, it does a lot to help with color correcting, which is something that I need because I do get a lot of redness in my face. So if you're looking for a new primer, I would definitely recommend checking this guy out. He's affordable and he works really well. Next item here is a concealer from e.l.f. It's their Cover Everything concealer, and it's in the color yellow. I still have a lot of product here, but I've been using it for close to a year now, and I recently opened up a color correcting palette that already has yellow in it, and I just don't feel the need to like store this guy when I've started using a different color corrector. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this color corrector when it comes to color correcting under the eyes. I feel like it's too thick. So if you want to try it out, maybe play with it a little bit, see if you can find a way to shear it out so it's not so thick under the eyes. But I felt like it did a lot of creasing. But what I did like to use it for was for any little acne marks or anything like that. I felt like it did an okay job. I know a green concealer does a lot better for red acne or whatever, but I believe if you have like purple spots or something like that, this guy would go a long way to help covering any marks like that on the face. Next one here is the waterproof eyeliner pen from e.l.f. and it is a felt tip eyeliner pen. Personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of this eyeliner pen. When I bought it, I had in mind the Kat Von D eyeliner pen, the felt tip one that everybody seems to rave about. I was hoping for this to be like a dupe for that, and it wasn't. The pigmentation wasn't really there. It dried out really quickly within a couple of weeks of opening it, and I just felt like even though it was felt tip, which is supposed to give you more precision with your line, I felt like it's kind of skipped when you used it. I didn't feel like I got like a super crisp, clean line. I felt like it kind of skipped when you tried to use it. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but this is from their dollar line, and when it comes to e.l.f.'s dollar line, most of the time their products are fantastic regardless of the price point you pay for it, but sometimes with their dollar line, things are a bit of a miss, and that was one of them that was just a miss for me. Next item here is also from e.l.f., and it is their eye primer and liner sealer. Let me show you what that looks like right here. On the end here, we just have a concealer. I didn't care for it because it's not very creamy. It's a stick concealer, and it's kind of on the hard side. I don't know if that's just how mine was. It's been like that since I bought it. The consistency hasn't really changed any. And then the seal on the other end, it took me forever to find out what this was really for. And by the time I found out what it was for, it was kind of dried up. You just get this little felt tip here on the end. Whoa, okay, well I guess there's still some stuff in there because it just like spill out, but it's you get this little felt tip here on the end, and then what you're supposed to be able to do is dip the felt, you know, down here in this tube, and then run it through your eyeliner, not your eyeliner, run it through your eyeshadow, and then use your eyeshadow as an eyeliner. Personally, I just didn't think it worked very well, so I wouldn't rebuy it. So moving on to the next makeup item, I have a sample of the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. And I love this mascara. I understand why everybody raves about it so much. I used it all the way up, and this is what the brush looks like if you're curious. It's got a lot of little fibers on it. It did a fantastic job. It lasted me quite a while. Just the sample size lasted me a month or two, I'd say, maybe even a little bit longer. And I really loved it. It has a lot to amp up your lashes. I'm not wearing it today, so because it's been sitting in my Empties drawer for a hot minute, but I loved it. I seriously loved it. If I was ever in the market for some high-end mascara, I'd buy this guy. It's really good. Next item here is the Mary Kay Facial Highlighting Pen. I believe I did a review on this, or I did a haul on this when I got it, so I can link that down below if you're interested in checking out the video. But this is just a pink highlighting pen. You can see right there. little applicator and a pink product left in there. And you're just supposed to apply it to the edges of your cheekbone or wherever you want to highlight. It's definitely a cream product. Personally, I didn't care for it for that use, but what I did like was layering it on top of my under eye concealer. And I just thought I did a really good job of brightening my under eyes when applied with the concealer. So definitely something worth checking out. I really liked it. I'm undecided on if I will repurchase or not because it was rather expensive. I think it was close to $20. And if I'm going to spend $20 on a makeup item, I want it to last me more than a couple of months, which I went through this pretty quickly. So I don't know. I'm kind of undecided on if I'd buy it again or not. But if you like more of a high-end makeup, you know, if you're one of those girls who likes high-end makeup or, you know, more expensive products, it's definitely worth checking out and using. It definitely works really well. I'm kind of a cheapskate. So 2 more makeup products and then we can move on to smelly goods. Okay. So this item here is a Revlon liquid, I don't know if you call it a liquid lipstick. This is definitely came out before the whole liquid lipstick craze, and it's not like a matte formula, but it definitely gives you a lot of color. I'll show you a little bit there on my hand. So you can see, I mean, it's not quite a gloss. It's definitely a lipstick, but it's in liquid form. Not really sure what you want to call that. I really liked it. I thought it worked really well. The color is 014 Rose Pearl. Really pretty color. I really did enjoy using it, but it went bad. So apparently I didn't enjoy using it enough. But if you're looking for a glossier kind of liquid lipstick, check out the Revlon line. These are pretty good. Next item here, I'm kind of sad to get rid of because I've held on to it for so long because of the sentimental value with it. But I finally told myself there's no sense in holding on to old lipstick, old makeup. Gotta let it go. It's just taking up space and get rid of it. But it is an NYC lipstick. Not much left on there. The color is sheer red. 309B is the number. I love it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous red. I feel like it's just like the perfect shade of red, to be completely honest. Like a nice blood red, which is kind of what I like when I wear red. I adore this lipstick. You can see there, it has been well loved and well abused, and not just because I love the color, but like I said, it has a lot of sentimental value to me. This is the lipstick tube that my color guard team used my senior year, and everybody used it. We all just like pull it out and pop it down the line. Everybody used the same lipstick. I know, totally hygienic. And we used it, I think we used it for senior marching band season and that winter guard season, though it could have just been the winter guard season, but I feel like we used it for 2 seasons. And the whole team used it, all 9 of us. And somehow, from our very last competition, I ended up with it. And for the longest time, it just sat in my makeup drawer because like I didn't want to use it because I was like, you know, everybody used it. But I also just didn't want to throw it away. And then I did start using it, and I used it. This thing lasted, it stayed good for several years, surprisingly. And I know all makeups are they all have like dates on them for when you should get rid of them. Personally, I think as long as it doesn't smell bad, taste bad, or irritate your skin, I think that it's perfectly fine to use. But this and the Revlon both, they smell really weird, and this guy has started to irritate my skin. Even just having it sitting here on my hand, it's kind of having like a strange feeling I don't really care for, so I'm gonna have to wash that off. But it you know, smelled horrible, tasted horrible, and it's starting to irritate my skin. So it's definitely seen better days, but it lasted several years. And if you're looking for a good red lipstick, I would very strongly recommend checking this guy out, and I would definitely be looking to repurchase because I love that color. It's a great lipstick. So on to smelly goods. I have one candle here to show you guys. It is from Big Lots. The brand is Napa Collection. The candle is called Chardonnay, and they had like this whole display of these little candles, and they all had different wine names. I love this candle. It smells so good. Such a sweet smell. I'm not really sure what Chardonnay smells like on a regular basis because I don't drink wine, but the candles smell amazing. It just made my whole house smell good, and I really enjoyed it. and it was only $5. So if you're interested, you might go check it out. Next item here is a Febreze, but it's not just any old Febreze. This is the sugared cranberry Febreze, and I think this is just from their holiday collection, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this guy makes your whole house just smell amazing. So sweet and crisp, and it's just, I love it. I love this stuff. I cannot wait to buy more of it. I will for sure be buying more of it. I would recommend it 1,000 times over. This stuff is awesome. So we've got a few of the wax melts. If you've been on my channel for a minute, you know that I love wax melts. These are all from Walmart. This one is from Mainstay, and Mainstay. So all the Mainstay brands. I think these are about $2 to $2.50 a piece. Granted, I believe I got all of these ones on sale. I know I mentioned them. I don't know if I hauled them or not, but I mentioned them. I mention them all the time in my empties, but I got a bunch of these on sale for like 96 cents, so I just like totally stocked up. This one is Peaceful Waters. I liked it, but it was definitely a more masculine smell, so just keep that in mind. It was strong and it was masculine. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's definitely a more heavy scent. This next one here is Mulled Cider. I was excited about it because I love anything that smells like apples, but it was such a light smell that you really didn't smell anything in the house. So I don't know that it would necessarily be worth repurchasing. And this last one here is Pumpkin Pie Spice. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't anything too exciting, but I enjoyed it. And then I've got one more empties here to show you, or whatever you want to call it, because it's not really empty. I should have showed this with the makeup stuff, but it is Wet n Wild Lashes, and the lash is called Shredding the Fringe. Honestly, I didn't care for it. I tried, this one I didn't take off or anything, but you can see on this one I cut it in half because I was watching a tutorial on how to apply fake lashes because I am miserable at it. And the girl was talking about how you can cut the lashes on the end if you don't like a super over dramatic look, but I still felt like I looked ridiculous. I'm guessing these ones just aren't made for being cut like that. Yeah, they're just too dramatic for my taste, but I picked them up at the Dollar Tree if you like them, so you can definitely go get it. It definitely has a thinner black band, which makes things nice. When I applied it, it was like super tight to my lash line, so you can really see it, which would be good if you didn't want to wear like a thick, you know, winged makeup or winged eyeliner. But again, I just felt like it was way too big and too dramatic for my personal taste, so I won't be repurchasing this type of lash. But I liked that the Wet n Wild lashes came with lash glue, which was nice, and I found it fairly easy to apply compared to other lashes that I have tried, and I like that it had a thinner band. So I would definitely be interested in checking out some of Wet n Wild's other lashes, but these ones are just a little too dramatic for my taste. But that wraps up everything for my empties video. Thank you for sticking it out to the very end. I know it was really long. I hope you did enjoy. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know if you tried anything that I showed you guys here today. Let me know your thoughts on it. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.